Hey you guys, welcome back. It's been a little while since we did something.
Yep.
Did a vlog. But happy holidays to everyone. Of course, during the holidays, we got some gifts. Well, kind of got the gifts. We didn't get it, but I went and got it. Justin and I are always been looking at kind of the cutting edge of technology, or at least the best that we can with our own wallet. Now, one of the first things that we did was we I think how long ago was this since we got this thing?
I think, did we pick it up during or before COVID?
I don't remember, but I like to say it's been 2 years.
It's definitely been a while.
But with that said, we did have a iteration, the original Oculus
We had the original Oculus
Rift.
Rift, and then eventually he upgraded to the standalone Quest 2, which is what we got in here.
Now, the Quest 2, you notice the box. I mean, look, it literally looks brand new because
Neither of us use it. It kind of just sits here the entire time.
now, I mean, but when we did use it, we thought the tracking was okay.
It was. For it being an inside-out tracking headset, which basically just means it has all the cameras and you don't need all the sensors all around you, it did a pretty good job. There weren't a lot of situations where I found, like, even if I moved my hands behind my head, it wouldn't really lose the force.
So from a controller and optics perspective, it was good.
Yeah.
Was it? Would you say it was a step forward from the Pro? The Quest? I don't even know the Oculus.
I would say so, because what we had going on there was two cameras positioned directly in front of you. While it would, with that setup, it would absolutely capture all your surroundings because those sensors are always positioned there. This Everything's in the headset. It's super easy to use.
It was such a production, right? I think that was the thing that I did enjoy.
Yeah.
So what we did was we had a laptop setup, which was a fairly powerful laptop. It was a 1080p, I mean a 1080 graphics card.
Yeah.
To push that, it did fine, but it did. And another thing was we just didn't find a lot of uses for it.
Yeah.
My situation with regards to any devices like this was I always wanted to use it as a screen, as a monitor almost. But that never came to a case where it was good. But with that said, though, we went from Oculus to Quest 2, but then we got this thing, which is the Nreal glasses, the which we did a review on.
Yep.
I like them. I like them because I could finally use it as a screen, and it was portable enough. Built-in speakers, nothing grand about the speakers. It was a USB-C cable that plugs in and runs through. Then additionally, later on, another like 6 to 9 months later, they came up with this module, which made this semi-wireless. What I mean by that is, before this would have had to have been attached to the laptop or device that you would use it for, the PC or so forth. But now you can literally mirror it with this device. Now this ensemble here, it's fairly portable, and I use it from time to time. I really liked it when I was on a trip. Now, downside, this guy wears glasses. I wear contacts. With this, you had to, for a guy like Justin here, we would actually have to purchase the prescription glasses which are in here right now. You can see for him to use this. So therefore, because he doesn't wear contacts, he doesn't really use it much if at all, because we would have to purchase him a prescription just to use these. So that was a downside. But for me, because I wear contacts and I did purchase a prescription for myself, you know, it worked out okay for me. I use it. Do I use it as much as I like to? No, I do not. But the resolution and everything was fairly clear. It's a 1080p res. It wasn't 2K, but it worked okay for me. What I would say is that with and without the contacts. And to add to a note that prescription lenses that you get for these, it wasn't that expensive. It was a little bit over $100. So if you do use these, it was a compelling statement. We'll go over the cost of everything as we go through this review, kind of a review. Now, you guys know what's this going to kind of allude towards. It's this new guy, the Quest 3. Actually, before we get there, we had one more unit that we did purchase / demo and went right back. And so far, and before this, we get into this. Let's put this back. It's the PS5 VR 2, which was very good.
It was really good. It was impressive because of the OLED screens. The colors were, the blacks were super black. The colors were super vibrant. It looked great.
It goes with the OLED statement, right?
Yeah.
It's a beautiful. The contrast and color, everything was great. But the thing about it and how we demoed it or we wanted to keep it was that I like racing sim. I do like racing games, but the motion aspects, I get vertigos. That's why in using the Quest 2, it was okay. I did get a little bit of vertigo, but I didn't use it that much. I didn't, so I didn't really experience it much. With the AR glasses that I have here, I didn't have any vertigo issues because I wasn't really playing games. I was just looking at content.
Yeah, these are primarily content. They don't. When you put them on, it kind of just emulates a screen directly in front of you.
And that's what people like me at my age group wants. I don't want a simulated environment, and that's the biggest difference between these units that I will highlight. Virtual means you go into a virtual world, cartoon-like or whatever they want to make it towards. In the meta world, and we can get into that a little bit later about the meta world. It's a virtual environment, so it's not an overlay. The AR is an overlay where this is not fully AR because you don't get to interact with like a simulated cartoon in a real surface and to work with. These are just purely for projection.
Yep.
But the PSVR, we really only had a chance to demo it or try to keep it for Gran Turismo 7.
I don't know.
Whatever Gran Turismo. But it was phenomenal. What I would say is that we don't have the most expensive setup racing rig. We just have a reasonable steering wheel, nothing fancy, a Logitech, and plugged in the PS5, and it was impressive for me.
It was really cool.
I mean, you were literally sitting there like you were in a car, right?
Yeah.
And the matter of fact is that just like everyone that I've shown, when you move your head around and look at different areas, you felt like you were in a car.
Yeah. So because of this guy, I have gotten to drive a couple of different cars. One of the cars we weren't able to demo, but we did actually try when we set this up, was the GR86, which is what I drove for quite a while. So I can imagine with the PSVR 2 sitting in that car, it would have been super cool.
Yeah, I mean, the most simulated virtual feel in the cockpit, and even as you look around, and it was very realistic. It felt very good. It was very good. And then also, I think that one of the things that people are going to highlight the most is the ray tracing aspects, the shadows and the sunshines and the reflection.
Yep.
That was extremely impressive. What I mean by that is that the reflection and the sunshine, the way that light will beam on a piece of metal and it reflects.
It just helped capture the environment and make it feel more realistic.
Yeah. So then we finally can come to this guy. First of all, as you notice, this is the Quest 3 updated from the Quest 2. Notice the packaging. When they pulled it out for me, I'm like, where's the rest? Is that everything? That was my first thing.
Yeah.
So now I know everyone has done unboxing, and we're going to do the same thing here. We'll try to go through as much as we can with this. It might have power, it might not, but this could get a little long, and you can skip around. Please do. But you want to do the honors?
Sure.
This is a tab. There's not even a.
Yeah, it's just two tabs on the side. Now, we also don't know all the specs off the top of our heads.
And I'm not going to pretend.
Yeah.
What I would say is that we know for sure this is not 4K.
Yeah.
But what we understand it to be, it's more like a 2K unit. And to be fair, 2K is very, very usable. So here's the packaging. I mean, same feel, same touch. It's a decent experience. 2Ks is in 1440p type of feel.
Yep.
And I'm gonna be. This is not trying to downplay 4K or even 8K as rarely prevalent out there. When you start using 2K and 4K, the jump is not exponential; it's incremental.
Yeah.
What I would say is that from 1080p to a 2K to 1440p kind of resolution, that's a pretty large step. But from a 1440 to a true 4K, I don't believe that it's that huge of a step.
It could be a little bit different because these screens are like directly in front of your eyes, so that might contribute to your screen door effect.
Yeah, so something I really did not enjoy with these or any of the other units is that screen door effect. I don't even remember, did the Oculus have screen door effects?
The original Rift did, yeah.
The ones that we did have a
Yeah.
we did. I kind of we did have screen door effect, but with the ARs, very minimal.
Yep.
Very minimal. With these, it'll be interesting. We're not going to go through the motion of displaying whatever else, but the first thing I want to do is just everyone talks about these controls. Right off the bat, comparing to the old controls and the new controls, you notice that the round beam is gone. It's no longer in these units. But the feel of it, take one. You tell me. Give me. We'll exchange hands, right? There we go. They're literally the same. Very similar.
Yeah, they're essentially the same controllers, just without the ring around it.
So the curvature on the new ones, right around the edges, makes it a little bit more petite, just a hair from a diameter. So if you look at the two circles, the black area, yeah. I noticed that the updated ones are slightly smaller. Controls feels about the same buttons. They did finally put the Meta logo. You can see it, the Meta logo.
Yeah, this one still has the Oculus logo.
So
yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, so that's the only major difference. That's for the controllers. Take that one from you. Now, the unit. One of the things I did complain that when I was watching a video and its content per se was that this unit here, this was really thick and the weight of it's not heavy, but for whatever reason, the extension of this unit made it seem really heavy. Now, when we read up on the specs on the new one here, it is thinner. It's noticeably thinner. I mean, look at the unit. It's side by side. It's noticeably thinner. It is heavier. They said it's heavier,
as it should be,
and they say it's about 10 grams heavier, whatever that means. Right off the bat, you notice that the cameras are mounted, the 3 front ones, and then the 2 on the down low here on the side on the new unit, and then on the old unit it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Volume rockers down here on the old unit, and volume rockers still the same down here on the new unit. So, what I guess first things first. How do you? From a feel of it, what are your thoughts?
I definitely like that it's a lot smaller. It is a lot more dense. I think you noticed that as well. Picking this one up compared to this one, this feels a lot more hollow.
We're gonna take a pause because we just unboxed these, and we're gonna plug it up. We're gonna try to see how much we can go through, and we'll come back on and tell you what our thoughts are. So hang tight. Give us a couple minutes. So I just put them on, and so did Justin. Right now it's going through his 5-minute setup motion. I'm going to tell you, I'm more impressed than what the reviewers are saying right now. So right off the bat, so Justin's wearing his glasses, and you're okay, right? It's not like you have a huge discomfort.
Yeah, there's enough space between the lenses and my glasses to where it's not rubbing against them.
Okay, so there's no friction there, so that's a good thing. And it's not like he's not like one of these individuals that wears his glasses right up to his eyeballs. With that being said, though, then comes where so what happens is when you first look at an object, it gets fuzzy, but then within like a millisecond, it focuses, it gets super clear.
Yeah.
Like if you turn your head and look at me really quick, fuzzy, clear.
Yeah, like you can see it processing all the details to sharpen things up.
Right. So that was pretty cool. That was pretty neat right off the bat. But we'll continue going through it. But so far, how many minutes you got left on the top left-hand corner?
It says less than a minute. The bar's almost done.
Okay. Any battery indicators there?
Nothing yet.
Okay. So that's pretty cool, man. I guess for 2 years improvement, it's a huge leap. I mean, for tech, it's just like, super amount of years, right? I get it.
It's interesting. You can tell everything's not real, or it's like you can tell you're looking through cameras,
right?
But it's like it's pretty good actually.
That's a great description. You're looking through a camera. There's no doubts about that.
Yeah.
It's not like you're looking at a normal environment, but it's not bad. I think that's the key.
Yeah.
You can walk around with those.
Well, I don't know. I haven't gotten up yet.
No, but I'm just saying you can literally see your environment and walk around in them.
Yeah. One of the first things I did ask my dad when he put it on was if you could see your phone, and you absolutely can. It's kind of crazy.
It's not to a great detail, but you can see the icon. The icons are pretty clear. The lettering is not. You can make them out, but they're not clear.
It depends. I can see white text on a dark background pretty well.
Okay. Like you can't read it. Okay, you can't read a text, right? I don't think you can read a text.
Let me switch my iMessages over to light mode.
No, go normal first and see what happens.
Okay, light mode.
Can you read your text?
I can read my text messages.
What about put it in dark mode?
If I switch it back to dark mode.
Yeah, this will be interesting because I don't think many people out there. It's kind of.
Yeah, I can read it.
Can you? Okay.
Yeah, okay, hold on. You got to see this.
So that's a pretty good job. Okay, we'll go from light.
There you go.
Oh yeah, after it gets in focus, you could totally read it.
Yeah, it's completely legible.
Okay, the headset's getting ready to restart in 6 seconds. You have to excuse the background noise. My wife is feeding the dog. But with that being said, it's rebooting right now. So I'm impressed so far. With the resolution.
I am too.
Okay, while I was going through his reboot motion, we're gonna have to talk about the prices. This unit was we didn't buy the base unit. We bought the 256. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure we bought the 256 anticipating that we were gonna load a boatload of games on that.
Show them here.
No.
Let me look. Let me look while you keep talking.
Okay, I don't. So I think we bought the 256 unit there. So I think the price of that unit was back then was $349. Okay, that's number one. The AR glasses was absolutely not cheap. They added up to all said and done, $379. So it's $500 here too. This unit, I did not go and get the most largest memory. I only got 128. Okay.
Yep.
And the main reason why I got 128 was because we barely used the memory in this thing. And most of the time we're going for content absorption to review content like YouTube and so forth. And possibly just downloading a game here and there.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, all right, you know what? This time around, because the unit's already $499, I wasn't willing to step up to, I think the higher unit is $649.
It goes all the way up there. Okay.
Yeah,
that's kind of.
It wasn't like a $50 shift. Okay, so the unit has rebooted. Okay, with that being said, it's updating the controllers, but I need my phone, so I'll be right back. Okay, so what I had to do was log into the MetaQuest app, and then from there I walked through a couple approve and agree, whatever else. And Justin's been wearing the headset the whole time, and he said that now we're at the beginning stage of setup. I enabled the hand tracking and the devices. So what do you want to go from there?
So I just wanted him to restart the video because he paused it. It's walking me through the boundary stuff now. The one thing I did notice immediately is it's picking up my hands, where on the Quest 2 it used to have like the outline around my hands. It doesn't do that anymore. It just shows the pointers. And then it's still the pinch to press. So I don't really know how to explain this. It's just the floating windows.
Okay.
Create a boundary. Stand up and move to clear space to create a room scale boundary, or stay seated for a stationary boundary. I'm going to try and stay seated.
Perfect. How are the hand gestures? This is the first time you're using them.
It's pretty good. Okay. Stationary boundary. It's
Trying to open your universal menu.
turn it down.
What to do next. Press the meta button on your controller.
Okay. Yeah, it definitely doesn't feel super intuitive.
Okay.
It's definitely different than keyboard and mouse that I'm used to.
Okay.
Okay, so now it's telling me to pick up the controllers.
Okay. But when you raise your hands, you didn't have to wiggle your finger or anything. It just picked it up.
No, it just automatically detects them.
And when you're looking through your glasses right now, because I haven't seen them, do you see a virtual hand? Is it a shadow? Is it a
No.
outline?
I think you remember that, right? It had the like outline
Yeah.
around your hand. It doesn't do that anymore.
Or you just see your
It just
hands?
sees- It just sees your hands.
All right, because it's a pass through. I keep forgetting.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay.
So open the universal menu, press the meta button on your controller. I pressed it. And now it's just taken me to the Oculus menu. Holy shit, it's actually really clear. Let me get this to you.
It's okay. You keep using it.
Okay.
I much rather go through the motion. Now, one of the things you're doing right now is your heads keep tilting down. Can you just look straight forward? And will the menus? So there's a way. So there's a. If you keep the controller here and keep the control in your hand for a second. On your right hand side, there's a flat button right here.
Flat button.
Yep. If you hold it, if you look straight, you hold it down. The menu should reposition itself. Does it do that now? Hold it down.
It does not reposition on the vertical axis. It repositions in the horizontal
Okay,
axis.
because one of the things I did not enjoy about using VR glasses and whatever else is that I found myself to keep tilting down. So over time, even if I'm watching content, my neck starts to hurt. So traditionally, what I like to do is lay back, sit back, and lean my head back, and then just hold it, reposition the screen more towards the center, which what the Quest 2 can do. I'm sure there's going to be a way to do it. We just don't know how yet.
I already found how.
We found.
So, because of the pass-through, I don't know how it works in a completely virtual environment. These behave exactly like windows. So what I can do is I can grab the corner of it and I can move it anywhere I want. So like I can put it on the ceiling and now it's out of my vision cone.
Okay, so it doesn't auto calibrate like what I did before that.
No. So where it is now, it's up here.
Okay. So in theory, you sit back and look up.
Yeah.
Like
so
the way I look. Okay.
like where I'm looking now, I can't even see the window. But if I look up, it's still there. It just stays there.
So first of all, again, everything's super clear.
Pretty clear.
Pretty clear. Is it 2K? Okay, the reason why I want him to keep him on because his gaming monitors, his whole entire setup is off of 2K and not 4K. It's not that we're not capable of it. It's just that we found that it was to be like the best balance between getting FPS and whatever else, right?
Yeah.
That's a different story. But for right now, how does it feel in looking at these and then compared to what you traditionally look at on your 2K screen?
I can't really tell because the cameras are actually pretty fuzzy. There's a lot of noise with the cameras,
Okay.
so it's a little hard to discern. What I will say is these windows, they look pretty clear. If they are 2K, they look better than 2K.
Okay, so that's a good thing.
Yeah.
So that's a plus for you. Okay.
Let me move this back.
Okay. What else can you do with it so far?
I'm not too sure.
Okay.
Okay, I moved the window back. The one thing I'm trying to figure out on the fly is all the hand gestures. I did figure out the pinch to select.
Okay.
I'm glad that's becoming standardized because, with Apple Vision Pro, they emphasize that a lot. And they're doing that on the Apple Watch 2 now. So, in terms of other stuff, I can't really tell what's going on. I think it's trying to use the controllers, but I'm trying to force it to use my hands.
I think it's really cool that it is a leap forward. As I'm having a conversation with him using these Quest 3s, he's actually looking at me when he's talking to me.
Yeah, because I'm actually able to see him.
Yeah, it's a completely pass through, right? So you want to look at the individual.
Yeah.
But like he said earlier, you look completely crazy because I'm looking at him like he looks like some X-Men or Star Wars, alien character. And I'm looking at Tom. But but in theory, we both could be having to have a set on. Multiple people can have a set on in the same room. You can literally have a person to person, and if we ever hop into a virtual world, we actually could be virtual there too.
Yeah, exactly. Like him and I could be in completely different spaces, each with our own headsets, but we could be in the same space together.
Yeah.
So
Okay. So let me try them on now.
yeah, I'm gonna take this off and give this to you.
Okay. And how you feeling woozy? Like,
Not really, but I think that's just because I haven't been moving around.
okay. So something that I traditionally encounter right away with those, because I think it takes time because the more you use it, the more stationary, the more you get used to it. But it just haven't been an issue. But what I would say is that after 10, 15 minutes of using it, I traditionally do get a little bit of a vertigo with it. Okay. So when you take it off, the unit does go off. Oh, it is super crisp. Okay. And it recognizes my hand right away. And do I have to use the controller to move the screen?
I know there are ways you can do it without it. I'm sure you've seen the TikToks.
Okay. Right now.
I can't figure it out though.
What I would say is that, how do you have to use both. Okay. It is very cool. The screen is very clear. It is. Okay. So when you hit the reset button, it pushes the screen towards the bottom.
Yeah.
That's what I would say.
It
is
positions
super
it a little bit downwards to keep your vision right in front of you clear. So like you can see right in front of you and the window's a little bit below you.
Okay, one of the things so there's a YouTube VR. You have to install these. Okay, I'm not going to install anything right now. What I want to do, this is going to sound crazy, and he's going to laugh. I finally pulled the Quest 2 out was because I used to watch a concert. So the Blackpink concert to be specific. But with that being said, I found that the experience was very cool, but at the same time, it's still a little too fuzzy for me. And by the way, the sound is so much better. The sound is a lot better. Like, it's not full, but the sound, the bass, the mid-range, everything does sound better. And sound does matter for just myself. You have to install the Meta Horizon World to go watch a concert. Needless to say, I'm going to hop into my event. And from there, I'm going to be able to tell you, is it a huge improvement or not? But right now, from a user experience perspective, so far, I'm not going to lie. It's pretty cool, man.
It's pretty impressive.
It is so far. Okay, so when he used the unit, I had to create a new boundary. Should I just say choose my own boundary or continue? What did you do? Do you remember?
I chose a stationary boundary.
It didn't give me stationary. Continue.
Select something and see what happens.
Yeah. Okay.
What did you just do?
Why?
I'm just wondering.
Right now, I'm trying to go back, but it won't let me. It's in this virtual setting grid thing. But I'm gonna tell you right now, it is really, really, really good. Like the world itself, it's really good. Okay.
Oh, it sounds like it kicked him into some kind of demo.
No. I'm at the concert right now. Well, here's the thing. The concert was supposed to be shot in 4K, And what I would say to everyone is that it's better. The res is better. The res is better. Justin has not been to the concert yet.
No, I haven't tried this yet.
Okay.
Okay, give me 1 second. I'm gonna try and connect the to the headset.
I need to get out of here. Go redo this. Hang on. Because I shouldn't try to set the boundary to be up front with you.
Oh, so you
Whoa. I
feel
can't.
the audio?
Because right now, yeah, I heard that. But right now, I have this grid going around.
Yeah, I can see it. I connected the display to it.
Can I get rid of the grids?
I don't know.
Do I need to stand around? I don't know. Oh, if this is showing me my boundary.
Yeah, that's your boundary because you set it to be super close.
Okay, I wanted to get, but you can't see what I'm watching though, can you?
I can. That's what I connected.
Oh, you can actually see the stage?
Yeah.
You can see her dancing?
I can't see her dancing, but
Right. No, you're not seeing it. That's my point to you.
yeah, I'm not seeing
What I'm seeing right
what
now.
you're seeing, but I have a.
I'm gonna tell you, it's better.
It's better.
Yeah, it's way better.
Okay.
Like, okay, let me put it to you this way. Put these back on. If you can get rid of the grid, it looks like you're sitting on front stage. You sit front row. And fight.
Okay.
So it is, no doubt, the res is better. Everything is better. It is absolutely an improvement from the Quest 2 to the Quest 3. I'm going to tell you that I think I'm keeping these right now.
Do not have screen recording.
Do I?
Yeah, do you? Do you have any quick toggles?
I don't.
Oh well.
How do I add it on?
Go to settings. See, this is nice because now I can actually show him because I can see my phone.
Setting.
It's settings and then control center,
Control center.
and then you're looking for screen recording.
Screen recording. Got it. Okay. Then I'll go back in my.
Yeah. Start a screen recording and then switch it back to
Okay.
the app.
What you do. I think I'm screen
Yep,
recording.
it's starting. It's counting down.
Okay, so then get rid of this.
Go back to the app now.
Okay.
Okay, so now we're recording what I'm seeing.
Is it really recording?
I think so.
Let me make sure I know. Now we're recording.
now-
There you go.
Oh, there's a recording button in the app. Okay. So now it can show what we're actually seeing. Choose your own boundary, stationary.
You got rid of the grid?
Yeah, I got rid of the grid.
I couldn't get rid of the grid for the world. It drove me crazy, but
Reduce the need to redraw boundaries. You can. This is for you. You can see what.
Oh, yeah. So what I would say right now, oh yeah, well,
I want to try and do this with my hands
good luck.
because that's the point of it, right?
Yeah. I will share this part of this is the part of the video I can share later on.
SharePoint cloud data with Meta.
Sure. No.
Is it showing you the concert or just the
No,
black screen?
it would not share. I think
Okay,
it's because
that-
copyright.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, but I can see the environment. I can see the
Okay, so
landscape.
you can see the app.
Okay,
but not
but
the
you need
concert.
the reason why you need the controller. The joystick to your left and right.
Yeah.
The left is to help you move your body around
And then right is
to change angles.
okay.
But is it not crazy how clear it is?
It's definitely interesting.
Because he never sat in it. Because you're literally sitting right in the front row.
Yeah, like you're literally in the front row.
I wish this is the part that I could share it, but I can't. But I'm sure the reason being is because of copyright. People might be, could be, again, posting it and so forth. But is it impressive?
In a lot of ways, yes.
And he has been to a live concert before. One of the concerts he's been to is Fall Out Boys. And while you didn't sit super close, but this is literally sitting right in front of the stage with no one else around you.
Yep.
And it's not a bad thing. You can look all around.
Yeah. I mean, it's... Oh, the camera angle just changed. But yeah, you're basically sitting right in the front row of the concert. It's definitely an experience. I will say that.
But it's not negative.
No.
Okay, now, on your left joystick, pull back, like you're walking backwards. Now do you start to get motion sickness? That's my question. As you go walk around the venue, the virtual venue. You're in a virtual venue.
Yeah, I think you can see where I'm walking.
Yes, I can. You go. So to kind of show you what I'm looking at.
Okay. Me actually walking around with the joystick and looking around, no, I don't get motion sick. But when I change the camera angle manually, that's when I get motion sick.
But when you're walking, you're not.
Yeah, this doesn't bother me.
Because when I'm walking, I get a little dizzy.
Yeah, that I can understand. I should add, this is my first time in the metaverse.
And that's the whole point. This is why I'd much rather him. This is not the full metaverse. This is just the...
Yeah, this is just a sub area.
Well, this is so what he's went into is event meant.
Why is that guy pointing a laser? What's he doing?
I have no clue.
Okay.
Okay. The metaverse is it's for a completely different vlog. It's what I'm gonna tell you is ladies, young ladies and kids, do not go in there alone. You will be harassed by multiple ages.
You can. There's like safe boundaries they've added and stuff. I
don't know them yet, but right now, like sometimes there's the language in there is so vulgar, it's unbelievable.
That's a little awkward.
What is that for?
Our microphone was on.
Yeah.
I just turned that off.
Yeah, because other people can hear our conversations actually, which is fine.
Okay, so there's space immersive, space pass through. I switched it back.
Okay. So now,
Yeah.
if you space immersive, if you hit, okay, right now you're in the you can see the living room,
Yeah. So okay, so you can't see all of this.
but can you see the concert still?
No. So this is the complete pass through mode where it won't try and emulate anything.
Okay. So you can't see the concert.
No.
Can you hear the concert?
I can still hear the concert.
Okay. So this is like if you need to take a break from the virtual world and get back to reality with the glasses on, that's what you would hit.
Yeah. Is there a quick button to do it? That's not the button.
That was to turn it off.
That was the button to turn it off. Okay. Well, I'm back.
Oh, it's back.
Okay, let me put it back in immersive.
Okay. Let me check out the concert a little bit more and tell you the details.
Yes. I'm gonna give this back to you.
Okay. See, it keep asking me,
Yeah. So to choose custom.
well, create a new boundary.
What? I think so. Oh wait.
Choose my own boundary,
Yeah.
right?
Choose your own boundary.
Stationary. There we go.
Yeah. There you go.
Confirm. Confirm. Okay, the res is way better. I'm not even gonna lie. Okay, so his eyes are a little bit more narrow than mine, so right away I have to
Yeah. You have to adjust it back.
I have to adjust it back to more.
I will say I am actually a little impressed with the audio.
It's better, right?
Yeah, it's definitely better.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you, I get less dizzy walking now. It's a lot smoother. In
Yeah,
this one.
you should, because I believe this headset is 90 hertz.
Yes.
Compared to the Quest 2, which was. I don't understand what they did exactly, but it's like there was a beta thing when I used it where you could push it to I think 90 hertz. That or it was 75. But other than that, it was 60 hertz the majority of the time.
Okay, what I'm gonna tell you is that the resolution is a lot better. Sound is subjective because you could also still plug in headset, right?
Yep.
But what I want to say to everyone is that the res is, and I think this video was shot in 4K again, and it's very good. It is absolutely it's for not being at the concert and watching the concert. I can watch this. This is good.
Can you still plug in a headset? Is there a headphone jack?
Yeah, so I think it's either here or here.
Yes. There is a headphone jack on the right side.
Right side, right?
Yes. Yeah. It's not like a screw hole or something.
No, you can plug in 3.5 millimeter.
Yeah.
That's my understanding. And this
that's
should be
that's
USB.
That's a type.
So later on we're gonna do another video, maybe not tonight, but maybe even later. We're gonna plug this headset into a PC. My understanding is that you can use this and have a triple screen, run a triple monitor.
Yeah. So the big thing for me is he's watching a Blackpink concert in the metaverse, and the only thing I did on any VR headset was play games. The main one being Tetris Effect. So I'll plug this headset into Tetris and see how it looks.
I have a strong suspicion he's gonna want, like, after we use this enough, he's gonna want his own, because it's just pretty cool, man.
Hey, you never know. We could get Vision Pro in February.
Well, you know what? Let me put this down. Let's talk a little bit.
I'm gonna stop this recording.
Okay. So Justin and I literally demoed this for you guys right in front of you as we unboxed it and just walked around the meta world. There's a couple of aspects to this things that I kind of want to talk about. Is that first things first, costs. The initial observations from Quest 2 to Quest 3, it's literally now at the point that it's double the cost. Look, like the ad said, they didn't stop producing Quest 2. It's still available.
It's still available. You can still buy this.
Yeah. And I'm not sure, can you buy this because they produced so many and they didn't sell, or it's just that it's still a product they support. But from a price point perspective, $250 or $500, $499. And what I would say to you is that, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. It's not like, oh my God, so different. It's incremental. It was not exponential again.
See, I wouldn't even say it's incremental, because even though this is double the price, it's also double the device, right? You get all of the augmented reality stuff that you got in these glasses on top of all of your stuff.
So you get more for your money this time.
Yes, you do.
Okay. Fair. Very fair. Quality user. We will continue to review the usability aspects of it, but so far it seems to have improved.
Absolutely.
Although a lot of the reviewers say that tracking is less accurate than before due to the rings. That's what they're saying in the games. I don't know. I haven't experienced it, but the other thing is battery life. My understanding, battery life it's about the same, if just a hair worse.
That should be fine.
It really doesn't. It really doesn't matter to us, because at the end of the day, if we're really going to use this constantly, we'll probably either buy the battery pack, or once we get used to it and we really start going using it on our PCs, we're going to plug it in anyways.
Yeah, it'll
take care of itself.
That, and I highly doubt both me and you would be able to actually use it for its entire battery life.
Agree, because we'll probably get dizzy. Another thing that you brought up, which is because January is right around the corner.
Yeah.
Apple's unit. See, here's the struggle, Apple. Are we gonna be able to go into the metaverse with Apple,
Absolutely not.
so he doesn't. Then the question comes: what's the point then? It becomes augmented, or is Apple going to have his own universe?
I highly doubt. Okay, from my understanding, I think Apple is focused entirely on augmented reality. I think the entire point of Vision Pro, because you can see someone's eyes through it, is to eventually shrink that unit down into just a pair of glasses.
That's okay. That's the ideal state. Google tried that in the first time, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, they had a camera. I forgot they had a little
Yeah.
left
Original Google Glass had a
little projection.
projector on the side. That wasn't ready yet. If you've seen Google I/O, I think it was 22. They demoed an updated version of it.
Mhm.
It's just a pair of glasses. It's pretty cool.
So Justin believes that Apple is going for purely AR. So it's not going to have his own metaverse. I don't know yet. All I know is what I thought metaverse was going to be super popular. From what Justin told me, like during the holidays, as we have a conversation about this, they're actually not very successful. They're actually losing subscribers, and
They're losing a ton of money.
right. Money's they committed they lost multiple billions. Let's just say billions, not millions. They lost billions, because but what I came back to during the holidays was telling them that, hey, but then what universe is the most popular right now, and this is because I'm not in his generation or I don't game in that. Fortnite.
Yeah.
Fortnite. Is it even more popular than Minecraft?
I believe so. I think Minecraft sells better, but since Fortnite's free, you can access it on pretty much anything. It's
Okay.
super easy to just get into.
So let me make sure I help people understand, because I didn't understand this until Justin explained it to me. So when we talk about Minecraft, the one that looks like the blocks and look like a fancy Lego thing, that's a universe.
Yes.
Then we talk about Fortnite. Fortnite is that free shooting game. Who makes that?
Epic Games.
Epic Games makes it. I forgot who bought them all, but they're a conglomerate now. That's his own universe. Grand Theft Auto, GTA, that's his own universe. They're not converging right now. They're all separate. So when we talk about metaverse, that's a separate one.
Yes.
Where it's just right now. It's not. It wasn't originally game oriented. It was a social experience,
Yes.
atmosphere oriented. That's metaverse. So these are all virtual worlds that theoretically you can go into.
Yes.
They're all separate from each other right now. And the question which we kind of jump forward is that it's Apple going to have its own. And right now, Justin believes that is not. I don't know what's viable. Because taking steps back, during the COVID days, there was a lot of conversation about buying ETFs and virtual space. You can buy a house next to Snoop for X amount of dollars. All that kind of evaporated. It all became pointless. But right now, the metaverse whole deal, it's kind of a mess, to be honest. Of course, like Minecraft and Fortnite and possibly GTA and other places, they're doing through microtransactions. That's how they're making money.
Yes.
Okay. Forget the game playing aspect, but that's how they're making money. Metaverse, while they have certain games, I don't understand and I don't get the revenue stream yet.
I believe it's the same way they advertise on their social platforms, but the issue with that currently is they're not getting enough people into the metaverse to serve those ads.
So through ads, right?
Yeah.
So hopefully Metaverse is going, Facebook Metaverse is going through ad aspects. But then comes where I was like, that's the part of the conversation that became really interesting. I'm like, but I get to watch. I was like, Justin, I get to watch concerts in the Metaverse. I was like, Dad, you can watch concerts on what the weekend was on where?
Recently, okay, I'm not gonna get into it all, but basically Fortnite signed a bunch of artists and you can perform and watch concerts with those artists. Recently they had The Weeknd.
Okay.
They had an Ariana Grande concert a while
Right.
ago.
But my question is, So you just saw part of the Blackpink concert.
Yes.
That was actually a live concert. Like they were there. They were not characters.
Yes.
But what you're describing, though, they're characters.
Yes, they're like cartoon characters of themselves.
So far in the meta world, I attended 3 concerts, and all 3, 2 of them are real life concerts, meaning that they filmed it and they're projecting it and you watch it. There was one I watched of Notorious B.I.G., which was a CGI regenerated concert, which looked more like Flat Stanley. That's the best way I could describe it. It was just not good, not even good. It was worthless. And the experience itself was very poor. Like from a scale of 1 to 10, I'll probably give it a 2 because I like Biggie Smalls, and that's why I gave it 2. But what I'm trying to say is that the other platforms I'm hearing, they're going through a cartoon virtual creation of that concert.
Yeah.
And I don't know how attractive that is or how compelling, because right now I'm watching the concert because I get to see them live because I couldn't get front row tickets. This device here puts me in front row. That's the thing. And without additional money other than right now hardware. Maybe they charge money one day, right?
Yeah.
Now, my understanding also there's other venues and other things I'm going to explore with this is NFL sporting events. I'm hearing that these things are pretty good. Like you can sit courtside seats. So you can imagine, you just watch the concert front row. You could actually go buy a courtside seat and watch NBA games all day on this.
Yeah. This is something we were talking about when we went to the Angels game that one time.
Dugout seats.
Yeah. With these headsets, you would be able to basically get dugout seats and just watch the game from there without having to actually go.
So if a Major League Baseball or NBA charges a subscription of $200 a year,
yeah,
which is no different than what they're charging for NFL tickets right now, $200 something or $300, but you could get to watch, let's just say not even all, 90% of the games.
Yeah,
that will be a pretty compelling offering, wouldn't you think?
I would agree, especially if you're actually into sports.
Sports, right? Now, the social aspects could be different because no one wants to wear a bunch of these and sit in the living room or just by themselves, right?
Yeah.
But the world's changing, so I don't know how that's going to go. But I mean, there's a lot of other facets that we could get into. But what I would say is that coming back to this device, we use Oculus Pro, we use the Quest 2. We used the virtual VR 2, not the one. The one we played with, that was just worthless to us. Then we have the first pair of AR glasses, which I can carry around, a lot more portable. And now we're out on the Quest 3. I'll let you kind of give an opinion first. What do you thought of these in the first day? We literally just had 30 minutes with him. So, what are your thoughts?
So I think it's important for me to say, earlier today when he told me he bought this, he asked me, what are the chances it goes bad? And I said, extremely likely.
1 to 10, where are you? Where were you? 10 being the highest.
At the beginning, before I tried it, I was at a 10. Now...
Hang on. The reason why he gave it a 10 too, because PSVR, we literally kept it for 15 minutes, and we put it right back in the box.
Yeah.
Because both of us felt like we were going to hurl.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a different situation, though, because you can only use that on PS5.
It was a very one-trick pony. I mean, I know there are other games that can use it, a handful of games, but you couldn't plug in the PC, you couldn't do this, you couldn't do that. There was no world.
Yeah,
it was just for $550. It was It was expensive.
There was just nothing
proposition. So so you gave it a 10 of going back. Now you're going to finish saying.
Now I'm at either a 3 or 4. I think between the both of us, we definitely have uses for it. We could have found uses for this, but this is a lot more compelling, especially with all the AR aspects of it. Like, I don't know.
So, I'll give it an answer where I agree with him. I don't think we have about 15 to 30 days because of my program with Best. I bought it from Best Buy, not and it couldn't go back. It can go back. There's no doubts about that. But I think for the usage, for as long as they provide events and content that I can use off of it, I think I will keep it. If there's content that keeps coming to it in that fashion that I can enjoy, I absolutely keep it because I'll pay $500 for a unit and X amount of subscription to go see the front row. I'm good with that. Now, there's and to the fact that we can explore and there could be other usage like on a PC, on a laptop, on a gaming system. Now, let me also say this. So we also, aside from gaming laptops and PCs, we also have handheld gaming units.
Oh yeah.
You could actually carry that and try that out. So there's a lot of, what I would say is there's a lot more things that this unit can plug into than PSVR. And what makes this unit a little bit more compelling is because the resolution's better.
Yeah.
And even though this is thicker, this is lighter, and this is heavier, I felt like it's actually a little bit more balanced.
Yeah, because the unit's a little bit closer to your face. It doesn't stick out as much, so it kind of sits differently.
So another thing I want to talk about, screen door effect. Right, that's one of the things that I always thought I don't like. I'm gonna tell you, it's still there. For me, the screen door effect is there, but it's dramatically less. It's almost to the point that it's almost gone. But you have to really look for it. I think when I was going through different areas, I saw a little bit of screen door effect. But to Justin's point, when you do try it out, the window screen, sharp as it comes, I think it was super sharp.
Yeah, it was really sharp.
So I think for the money, for what they're offering, it's pretty compelling.
It definitely is. I think the way I'll put this is the culmination of all the VR and AR tech we have available currently.
At a reasonable price.
Yeah. Sorry. Yes, at a reasonable
because you can get like $2,000 to $3,000 units, and we're gonna see right around the corner what Apple's gonna offer. I'm not gonna say we're gonna get Apple Vision or not yet, because I hate to buy Apple Gen 1 stuff. I really do.
They're all Apple Gen 1 stuff. We're putting this out there on the internet. They're beta tests. That's what they are.
And I always get burned. Look, I've had the iPhone 1. Majority of the stuff I always get the first gen, and I have a problem with that. I disliked it. I didn't enjoy it. I thought, I mean, to your point, I was a guinea pig. I wasted a lot of money. So, and it just wasn't. It just wasn't good. But this unit here, I think it's for the first time in a long time, I get a wow factor in buying stuff. But this actually, right off the bat, I didn't feel like it's going back. I'm like, there's more things I can do with it.
Yeah. This is the first time where I've seen the potential of VR and AR technology for a while now, but this is the first time where I've tried it and I can actually see where some of it is finally starting to come true.
There could be a question of why did we not consider the Quest Pro? Okay. I thought the Quest Pro unit looked really cool. In fact, I made the statement to Justin of, my dog just joined the vlog. My dog just joined the vlog. There's a statement of why didn't we get the Quest Pro? And Quest Pro looked really cool. I thought the unit looked really attractive. But at that juncture of time, the money that you had to spend on it was original price was $1,500.
Yep.
It was $1,500, and I was not willing to go gamble $1,500. And the review on it, on the $1,500 unit, it just wasn't that great.
Yeah,
it was
that unit was primarily targeted at businesses,
and it was mediocre, right? And from what I understand, the experience just wasn't as dramatic as, right? Okay, so what I was saying is that it's the Quest Pro was not a compelling offer to us at that time. The price point is $1,500. That's really steep to beta something. Yep. Not saying $500 or $250 is not. I'm not saying that it's not steep at all. But what I would say to you is that, I was really up against the fence on this. And to be fair to Justin's like, don't even get it. This, from what he can review, what he researched, he just thought that was just not a compelling offer.
Yep.
But now, I think that statement has changed a little bit for you.
Well, of course it has. You said it did.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't know. I can definitely see uses for it. It's just more of a question of, are we actually going to use it? Because all the things that we would actually do on this, we can do on our smartphones already.
Yes, but not the triple screen and not and things like that. So we're gonna play with it somewhere, and I want Justin to kind of document his venture through this too, because we're two different age groups trying to use the technology and try to provide two different perspectives. I think that's something that we're going to be able to offer to a lot of you guys. That, you know, does it work for the younger crowd and the older crowd, and how much would it satisfy people before you go out and spend your money? I can tell you time and time again, I have wasted a lot of money on various things. This unit is no different than what a lot of reviewers set out there. It literally sat in the corner for multiple months, and then an event came up or something they want to see, they tried it on, and then it goes back on the shelf.
Yep.
I'm hoping this unit won't do the same because, again, it's $500. But I don't want it to fall in the same categories. I think it comes down to part of its comfort level too. Comfort as in physical comfort. That piece here, this thick unit here, the extension, I think because of the weight, forced it, dragged it down, and made it more heavy than it is.
Yeah.
By being it closer to your eyes, I think that could change things for me. So maybe that half an inch or inch will make a difference. I don't know for sure, but you know, to sum this up, I think it's a good unit. Is it $500? I don't know yet. Now, if it's $250, no doubts. It's slam dunk.
Yep.
At $500, I'm not 100% sold yet. But I would say if I have to give myself 1 to 10, 10 being the highest I'm going to return it, I'm at like a 6 or 7. I'm not at the 9 or 10 when I was right off the bat getting, 10. Actually, I have it the other way around. My mistake. It's more like a 3 or 4. I want to keep it more than I want to return it.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. 10 is being I want to return it, but it's not the same feeling I have with PSVR. PSVR, although it was really eye candy, the usage and the compelling offer of it just wasn't there, and it was expensive.
Yeah.
But it was lighter.
It was definitely lighter.
Right?
Yeah.
Like,
it also did feel a little bit cheaper with all the plastic.
Well, I mean, we won't want to go down to the mechanical aspects of it. It didn't have a battery.
Yeah.
It didn't have a processor.
Fair point. I didn't consider those.
There's a lot of components that's not in
Yes,
there,
I didn't
right?
consider those.
So there's a lot of things that's not in the PSVR when compared to a unit like Quest 3. The Quest 3 also, it's not quite Apple because the sophistication of the processor, while it has been enhanced, it's not an M chip.
Yeah, it doesn't have Apple Silicon. It's not going to get that insane efficiency that those chips have.
So it's really going to be interesting what Apple's going to offer, and also Apple's offering too. Don't forget they have on their unit, they will have a pack.
Yeah, that unit has to be used with an external battery pack.
Yeah, the battery will not be in HESA because they couldn't shed the weight. And my understanding is the Apple Vision unit, it is made out of the aluminum also.
Yeah, that unit is supposedly pretty heavy as well. So
there's a lot of things about that unit that's not very compelling aside from the $3,000 price tag. Okay, battery life usage, we just don't know. I mean, am I going to demo a unit? Absolutely. I think we signed up for.
Not yet. I'm waiting.
Yeah.
When they let us sign up, we're on there.
We're the first one on there. But for right now, $3,000 you can buy 6 of these units. I don't need 6, but anyways, I think you guys get the point. But hey, we'll keep you posted. We always enjoy looking at stuff like this, and Justin will go through it. Any last words?
None for me. I think I said everything.
Yeah, so we'll keep going with it and try it out, and we'll keep you posted. I think the next thing we want to do is really about plugging it into a PC and then going from there and see what our user experience is like comparing to screens, because Justin is running a triple monitor right now. He's using a triple 32 inch, 2 curve. Are all 3 of them curved?
Yeah, I'm running 3 32
2K
curves at 2K 165 hertz.
Yeah. So while he's not going to go away from that, it will be interesting to be able to compare the two because this does produce triple monitor also.
Yep.
So, anyways, please, as always, subscribe. It helps us. It supports our initiatives. We're doing it out of enjoyment. But as usual, if you have any questions or anything, just email us and we'll go from there. Till then, peace out. Thank you.